Tomorrow is Bash in Berlin, and here are my predictions for you. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Kevin Zwicker from Fast Gun coming at you. And like I just said, tomorrow is the WWE PLE Bash in Berlin. We'll be having wall-to-wall coverage of it on the channel. Make sure to tune into the post show immediately after it's done. I'll be having Robin Lumbergone to co-host with me. But before we get to the post show, let's get into the predictions. And I'm going to start with the World Heavyweight Championship match between Gunther and Randy Orton. This is a match that has been set up a few weeks ago. It is a play on the King of the Ring finals that we saw a while back between these two. We saw in that match a finish by Gunther taking the W, but it was an undecisive win. He won sneakily. So we're getting this match and we're going to run it back. I believe that this is going to be a good match. These guys are on the top of their game right now. Ever since Randy Orton has came back from his injury at Survivor Series, he feels like he's had a renewed enthusiasm for the business because of how quickly he realized that it was going to be taken away from him. He's been kissing babies, shaking hands, signing autographs, but he will be going into this match against a buzzsaw, and that is the ring general Gunther. This is a guy who just won the championship. He had his coronation moment at SummerSlam, and I don't believe that they're going to make a change so quickly. So I'm going to go with Gunther to retain, and I'm going to have him retain in a more of a decisive finish that we saw in King of the Ring. But nonetheless, he'll be taking the dub. Next, I'm going to be going into Dom and Liv Morgan versus the Terror Twins, Rhea Ripley, and Big Damian Priest. This is a storyline that we have seen take a lot of twists and turns. This is something that has been brewing for a minute. Ever since Rhea Ripley came back from her injury, we have kind of had a hint that Dom was going to leave her for Liv, and we finally saw that happen at SummerSlam, and now we're going to get this match. I'm going to go with Dominic and Liv to get the W. This is just one of those moments where I feel like the heels are going to get the better of the faces just to add more heat on to Rhea and Big Damian Priest. I really think that Dominic and Liv are going to take this W. If we all know that Liv Morgan is the women's champion, and I feel like we're going to get that momentum, keep going with these two, and we're going to see Dominic Mysterio and Liv Morgan take the W in Berlin. Next, I'm going to talk about the strap match between Drew McIntyre and CM Punk. As we know, this has been one of the more personal feuds that we've seen on WWE television in the last couple of years. We've seen these guys go back and forth verbally on the ring, in the mic, on social media. My favorite moment of this whole feud that they've had so far is when Drew McIntyre posted that picture on Instagram of him and Jack Perry. I feel like that was one of the funniest things I've seen in a while when it came to any WWE related content. But I'm going to go with CM Punk on this one. And the reason why I'm going to go with CM Punk on this one is because we do have the Hell in a Cell event. Not Hell in a Cell. We have the Bad Blood event coming up soon. And we all know that Bad Blood is victorious with having Hell in a Cell matches. And I think that that match is going to take place at Bad Blood between CM Punk and Drew McIntyre in a Hell in a Cell. And to get to that trilogy, we're going to have to see CM Punk eventually win one of these matches. So I'm going to go with CM Punk to win in a strap match against Drew McIntyre, setting up a Hell in a Cell match at Bad Blood in Atlanta in October. Next, I'm going to go with Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair versus the Unholy Union. And I'm going to go with the Unholy Union to take the W on this one. And the reason why I'm going to go with the Unholy Union to take a W on this one is because I think eventually we're going to start getting to the point where we're going to get that eventual Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill split, where we're going to have to see them go at it one-on-one in the ring. And I feel like we're going to finally get the seeds to be planted in this match. If you've noticed, if you've seen the WWE playbook over the last 10 years, you've seen that when tag teams lose the championship, they eventually lose the rematch, and if they get to have another rematch, that's where we get to the point where we start seeing the tension brew, and eventually we get the heel turn between one of them, and I feel like that is going to be coming relatively soon. I think the surprise heel turn that we're going to get, probably majority of people are going to expect Jade to be the one to turn, but I think we're going to get Bianca to turn just to swerve us a little bit. And it won't be a Vince Russo type swerve. I think it'll actually be something that makes a little sense. So I'm going to go with the Unholy Union. And for our main event, we have Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens. I feel like it's pretty obvious that Cody Rhodes is going to be the one to take the W in this one. But what I'm really interested in is what is it going to do for Kevin Owens? If he loses cleanly or if he loses indecisively with something of like maybe a bloodline run in or something like that to screw with these guys, that'll be an interesting part to see if this sits there and has Kevin Owens spiraling after the match. As we all know, Kevin Owens has shown over the years that he has a vicious side and he is prone to turn on his teammates, which is something that they have brought in to the story the last couple of weeks. And I thought it was something really interesting that they have done when they did that. If you notice the big difference between Triple H's booking and Vince McMahon's booking is Vince McMahon tended to believe that the audience had the attention span of a hamster. So anytime you brought any call-ins of the past or anything like that, he would always book a shows like you didn't even remember what happened 2 weeks ago. And Triple H, I like the fact that he brings up things that happened a month ago, maybe even years ago, because he knows that the people who watch the product on a weekly basis do remember these things. But like I said, I'm going to go with Cody Rhodes to take the W, but I am interested to see what path that this L is going to set Kevin Owens on. But these are my predictions. Please don't take them to the bank. Don't use them in FanDuel. I'm not responsible for what happens with your guys' money. But like I said, I am Kevin Zwicker. Remember to like and subscribe. Let me know your predictions in the comment section. What do you think is going to go down? How right do you think I am? How wrong do you think I am? Just let me know in the comment section. That's always a beautiful thing that helps the channel out. But like I said, like and subscribe. I'm Kevin Zwicker.